Now, for more information on the fuel scarcity that has bedeviled the country in the past few days, especially from Lagos to Kaduna to Abuja, we have our energy correspondent in the studios with us on Newsroom Series today, Olu Phillips, our energy correspondent. Olu, it's good to have you.
Thank you very much.
So, again, we've seen this play out. Now it's just as bad as before, and one wonders how long this will continue to happen and what is the reason behind this most recent fuel scarcity.
I think it's important to understand that we do not have control over end-to-end vagaries of supply and distribution system. You can't wish certain things to happen if you don't have absolute control. For instance, the best of the control we have here is the crude that we take out of the country, refine it, and get people who are been licensed to do that swap to bring back the finished petroleum products like diesel, PMS, and what have you, aviation fuel. Maybe now that Dangote is beginning to do something around the diesel, then you can see a drawback from that diesel supply. But
is there any artificial scarcity being engineered by any of the petrol stations, as it's been alleged that some stations have fuel they're not selling to people?
Is that a possibility? Yes, it's a possibility because once you interrupt that distribution system, once there's an interruption for a system or for a country that depends solely 100% on importation of PMS, once there's a systems glitch from either from the freight angle, from the supply angle, from the vessels arriving in the Nigerian Cotonou waters, from the ship-to-ship transfer, from the transfer into the tank farms, from the paperwork where truckers go to the tank farms to pick up the petroleum product and bring them to the stations scattered, over 3,000 stations scattered across the country, that factor in all the transportation system. The only time you have a non-interruption or seamless distribution and getting it when you want it is when you constantly do this every day. So if 400 trucks, for instance, leave Lagos to various filling stations every day, and something happens and for 24 hours you moved only 200, that will affect the ultimate supply to the fuel stations. Are there enough products? From the investigations we have made here on Channels TV, yes, there's enough product, at least onshore. Okay. On the vessels.
So what's causing the scarcity?
So, like I said, the glitch in the distribution and logistics that happened some few days ago or a week plus ago has affected the entire value chain. What I can tell Nigerians from our investigations here on Channels Television is that there is the product onshore, but the movement from that to the tank farms and tank farms to the truckers to the fuel stations into your car or into your generator, there was a bit of a challenge. And we don't want to discuss those challenges here because we don't want to give credence to those who have caused that to happen, but those issues have been sorted out. And let's also warn that until we ultimately have control over production, refining, and distribution in country, we will continue to see pockets of this. I won't be surprised if this is not the last we're going to see before the year runs out, until those refineries come on, until we're able to control the entire value chain end to end from crude to your car. If we don't have that system in place, we'll continue to run this. And if we also do not have control and stability around Forex, because if you bring in a cargo of 20 metric tons, for instance, and pay $50 million, for instance, at a unit price of any amount in dollar, and in 1 week that flips, it affects what it's going to be, the landing cost, and what is going to charge you. Someone has to pay for that differential. It's accounting. You lose it one here, you must block it here. You take it out here, you must block it here. There's no one leg accounting.
Yeah, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Adding fuel to the fire. Thank you. Olu Phillips, our energy correspondent.